Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have an interesting and funny story to talk about coming out of the European League of Legends scene. Selfmade is just a guy who seems like there's always a story surrounding him. There's always something going on. It seems like he lives a very, very crazy and interesting life. He, attracts the drama, attracts the controversy. There's just always something going on. This guy is always in the spotlight. And obviously this whole year's been really weird for him. He was kind of the first member of the Vitality super team in the first place. Everyone kind of comes, joins, builds a team around him. And then he kind of gets blamed by the coaching staff, by the management, by the players for all of their lack of success in the spring split. The team and management, everything comes out and says, yeah, Selfmade wasn't on the same page with us about how to carry out our game plans through the mid to late game, how to win games, that type of stuff. He ends up getting benched. He doesn't have a team. He's not playing competitive League of Legends right now. And guess what? Team Vitality, they look awfully the same. Maybe now it's Haru's fault. Maybe now it's somebody else's fault. Who knows? But definitely seems like Selfmade kind of got the short end of the stick. Again, not only not having a starting spot for Team Vitality, but not ending up anywhere in the LEC or LCS. And it's going to be very interesting to see what the future has in store for him. But a very, very crazy story coming out today was this. It all starts with, this isn't where it starts, but this is an interesting note to add to the whole situation. Esports person puts out, he says, this is an interview I did last year with Selfmade. Well, he had it coming all along. And what exactly does he mean by this? In this article, he says, he's talking with Selfmade, and he says, we're starting to see more and more role swaps in the major regions. I've seen you enjoying off roles in solo queue. Have you ever thought about role swapping in your career? He says, I've always had some type of regret in myself that I'm a jungler, because the thing with this role is that, at least for me when I play solo queue, when I off role, like mid or top lane, I'm 1v1 most of the time in lane. I get a good trade and I feel like, wow, I really outplayed that guy, It's a super nice thing to have. And in the jungle, you don't have those. For example, I invaded Treats, but I wasn't able to, but I wouldn't be able to invade him if my lanes didn't have stronger picks, if they didn't have a push. Jungle actions are dependent on your lanes. Even though in the past you had a Lee Sin meta where you could get level 3, go to any lane, stay in the bush for 30 seconds, that was kind of cool because you had to be creative. Now you farm, you pass to your pushing lane, you take the crab, you do something, you go for it. If you can't, you base, you clear again, you wait for Drake to spawn. It's just, yeah, we dove top today, but it was also after I cleared my entire jungle. So Selfmade has talked in the past about how, hey, maybe it'd be interesting to role swap. Maybe it'd be exciting to role swap. Maybe it'd even be better off for his career. Maybe it fits his play style better. Who knows? And again, now that he ends up teamless, maybe the future for him is jungle on some LEC, LCS team. Maybe he's going to play ERLs. Who knows? Maybe it's content creation, YouTube streaming. Obviously, he's very, very popular on that stuff. I don't know if that's the direction he wants to go. Or maybe it's a role swap. Maybe it's a top lane, at a team somewhere in the world coming soon. But the Selfmade role swap did kick off the career yesterday. At least when this video comes out, it'll probably be yesterday. Team Vitality tweeted out this yesterday morning. They said, unfortunately, @Sigenda LOL has fallen ill today and will not be playing LFL tonight, but we've got a super sub in place to take the blame crossed out spot. #LFL. And they posted the Selfmade meme, the Fairly Odd Parents, the one and only Selfmade meme. And this is so unexpected, so hilarious, but so awesome. Selfmade playing top lane for Vitality B, playing in the ERLs. Obviously, it was just for it's not permanent, it's just for this one game. They said, we wish Sigenda a speedy recovery and are happy that Selfmade is able to step in on short notice. Game Ward team won't know what hit them. This is very, very interesting. When you look at the LFL standings, Game Ward 9-4, Vitality B 8-4. They're a game back of them. I think at this time the standings were a little bit different because obviously this is after their game has been played. But this was a very, very good team. LFL is the best ERL in the world or in Europe or whatever. And Game Ward is the second best team right now. That doesn't necessarily mean they have the best top laner in the league or anything like that. I actually don't really know how good Game Ward's top laner is, but overall, it's Selfmade playing off role against a pretty good team and in a pretty important game for Vitality B in the standings as well. Now, again, I've always said I think ERLs and bottom tier teams, or not bottom tier teams, but academy teams, stuff like that. That should all be about development. That should all be about like trying to get better, not necessarily just like trying to win or anything like that. Or you should be trying to win, but winning isn't the most important thing. Getting better, developing talent is for sure the most important thing. But either way, this wasn't going to be an easy game, and it was going to be important in the LFL standings. But yeah, it also made me think like, okay, is Selfmade going to be playing multiple games? I don't know exactly where the LFL schedule's at, but they play multiple games in a week. So Selfmade going to have multiple top lane games. What's going to be going on there? And then obviously the question being, how is it going to go? And that's what was interesting. Now, I wasn't able to get a ton of VODs and clips. I wanted to like go through some of the clips and go through some of the moments and stuff, but OTP, their VODs are behind a subscriber wall. You have to subscribe to get access to their VODs. I'm not freaking paying for that stuff. And then really nothing's been uploaded to YouTube as of yet. So that does kind of suck, but we can just go over what happened in the game and the final scores and everything. And they actually took down Game Ward. And this is very, very surprising. Again, Game Ward has been one of the best teams in the LFL this year so far. And they actually have an interesting roster. They have Jekyllad, they have Inax, they have some decent players. And in this game, Selfmade decided to pull out the Renekton. It seems like this is one of his pocket picks, one of his comfort picks, whatever. Obviously, Renekton isn't super strong in the meta right now. I don't really think we see him anywhere played in the world right now. He's been pretty bad for pretty much the whole summer split, all the summer split. But Selfmade held his own. He pulled out a 3-3-8 game. He ended up with, like 40 more CS than Melonic. So it's not like he was falling behind CS, dropping in the sideways or anything like that. It seems like he knew how to play out the game. Seems like got him on a pick that he liked. And overall, his team did well too. He wasn't enough of a liability to hold them back. Yes, his team did overall stomp. And, he died the most out of anyone. So maybe he kind of got carried. And his team definitely stepped up to the plate. But this is super, super funny. Selfmade as a top laner, 1-0 in his ERL career. I can't imagine that he's ever played another top lane game in competitive. I can't, I guess, confirm or deny that for sure. But so far, so good for Selfmade. Again, it will be very, very interesting to see if he plays more games. Obviously, like I said, Vitality B has another game today against Gamer Origin. Game Origin, they are 7th place in standings. They're 5-8, so that should be a much easier game, much weaker roster. I assume Selfmade's going to be playing top lane again. Again, if Sagenda's sick, you're not usually sick one day and then just feeling better and ready to go the next day. If he's sitting out the one game, I assume he would sit out both games and then like try to go next week or something like that just to rest up and get better and get healthy. They're just regular season games. They don't matter all that much at the end of the day. It's not like Vitality B's not going to make playoffs or anything like that. I thought it was funny how they still fit, like the take the blame, take the spot meme in here. Obviously, saying that Selfmade has been blamed for a lot of the Team Vitality stuff. That's kind of funny wording coming from Team Vitality themselves. But it also makes me wonder about what the future has in store for Selfmade. Again, he hasn't role swapped or anything like that just yet. After this week, he's going to go back to being a jungler. But is it going to be being a jungler? What does 2023 look like for him? Is he going to be a jungler in the LEC, in the ERLs, in the LCS? Is he going to take this offseason and fully commit to some kind of role swap? Does he want to go hard at being a top laner? I really do think that top lane is probably the weakest position in the West right now. Probably the most available position for somebody up and coming to really break out. But honestly, there's a couple of really weak positions in the West. I know support has a ton of opportunity. Mid lane in Europe is not really what it once used to be. Top lane, I still think, is probably the easiest overall. But, jungle's one of the more competitive positions in the LEC and LCS. So it's going to be tough. But obviously, Selfmade is a very popular player, a very talented player. Maybe he hasn't been as great as of late as he was, 2-3 years ago. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm very curious to see what the future has in store for Selfmade. He's going to be one of the biggest players available in this coming offseason. But as of today, Selfmade is a top laner, and he's an undefeated top laner at that. Wanted to get this funny and interesting story out to you guys. But that's pretty much it for this video today. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Selfmade's future. Selfmade as a top laner. I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on my latest content. Consider checking out the Discord. First link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.